Hello, hello! Welcome back to another duo bleep.
Yes, that is what we're doing right now.
That is the name of the thing we're doing, yes.
Uh-huh.
A doobity-bitty-boo.
Mhm.
How are we doing with the doobity-bitty-boo?
We are doing pretty good with the deep.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Happy to hear it.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah, I have strawberries and milk, and yeah.
I have candy.
You do have candy. I have a little bit of chocolate too. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, how is everyone else doing? Is anyone here?
While we're waiting for that, maybe we should let people know what you're here for.
Yes. You're here for a beep-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop,
Yes.
which is an update check-in thing for the Duo Rule project that the two of us, have been working on for almost a year and a half at this point. It's a co-writing project, fantasy, elemental powers, 2 heirs to a throne, neither one very likely, neither one was expected to be an heir to this throne. And yeah. We wrote a draft, and then we wrote a second better draft, and then we've read each other's story, and now we're replotting the first half of this project. And we've only actually ever written the first half.
Yes.
And then we moved where the midpoint of the book was, and then
Things are confusing.
things are confusing. Yes.
There are links in the description to explanations if you feel like you need them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not sharing my screen.
No, you're not.
But that is a thing that I could be doing.
Yes.
If I thought it would be useful.
Yes.
Which
I will also just say that it is extremely warm here right now. We are feeling like it's a little bit too warm. And this is the coolest room in the apartment, and it's still very warm.
Yeah.
So we might not last very long, but we will do something.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I guess we'll just jump into it and start talking. And if anyone is here, or if anyone joins us, you feel free to jump in and join the talk.
Yes.
Yes. I'm gonna pour myself some more water before we start talking.
Cool. I will prep the sharing of stuffs.
Cool.
Here is stuffs.
Here
that
is
I am
stuff.
sharing.
Yes. Oh wow, such sharing. Much wow.
Yes.
Yes. So as far as we got last month when we did this update stream, or that update stream, I should say, we didn't do this one.
No.
We talked a lot about Lyd, which is the character I'm writing, and her heir trial, which they do a trial per element, and there are 7 elements.
Yes.
Yeah. And she does her heir trial. She joins forces with someone in the community that she helps out, and the two of them travel together towards Norport, which is the 2nd largest city in the country.
Mm-hmm.
And once on the way there, they stay in way houses, and once they get there, it's a temple day. Is that what we called it?
No, the temple days are the red ones.
Oh,
That's a temple day.
yes, it is that much I knew. I just didn't look at that. Because we talked about how she might join one, do one.
No, we decided that she wouldn't go to a temple because we're having Niam go to a temple earlier in the story.
Right.
And we don't need 2 temple goers. That's just silly.
Yeah. But we talked about that, and then she gets to Norport, and then she will
No, actually, sorry.
Mhm.
We did say that she goes to temple, but it's before they get to Norport.
Yeah. Which doesn't really add up.
It does.
Oh yeah.
That's the...
Okay, fine. Once she's in Norport, she accidentally reveals her shape-shifting abilities. She outs herself as a shapeshifter, and that's not good.
No.
And then that is very similar to what happened in the earlier draft, that she reveals her powers, she gets shot down from the air when she's in her bird form, and then she meets Nier.
Yeah. Who is a shapeshifter.
Who's also a shapeshifter, yes. Shapeshifter and archivist. She's a nice bridge between Lid and Liam.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 That's sort of how far we got.
Yes. It is indeed. So now we're gonna continue the plotting.
What's in Fino Valley?
Huh?
Leaves in Fino Valley.
Yes. That's where he's been.
Okay. I understand why they didn't meet. Yeah.
Yeah. So we plotted up until here.
Yeah.
And I think we're continuing plotting Lid because
Niam's is pretty much the same as it was before.
yeah.
Just shorter time span.
Yeah.
But I don't know how different hers will be. Because in the draft that I have, she was shot down, she met Nier patched her up as best as she could, told Lid a few things about like there are shapeshifters on the mainland. Life is bad for us, as you can expect. And then Lid went on her way towards the electricity trial. I think the bigger problem we have here is that there are, was that 9 days?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's 9 days of that, which is enough time for Lid's wound to get thoroughly infected, which is fun, but it's also a whole lot of nothing that happens during that time. And I don't know how much more we need to have happen to her, because she has had a lot of interactions, a lot of things have happened. I don't know if she also needs to meet more people and have revelations and find more things out and patch things together and stuff.
No, I mean, I think we have all of the big revelations and all of those things. So we don't need more things to happen to her here.
No.
But you also don't need to write this time.
No, it could be a time skip for sure.
Yeah. Since Niam has some stuff that happens, that can just be his chapter, and then you can start her electricity trial chapter with somehow I managed to get to the mountain of lightning. I don't know how many days it's been. Like
I am delirious.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair.
But it also doesn't have to be 9 days.
No, I mean, if we can shrink it a bit further. I mean, looking at the map. We can look at the map.
We could if I had the map available. I am making the map available.
Yes. Do you want to stop sharing for them? Okay, you were just there. Okay. Right, we also cut the map in half.
Yes, we did.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Here's the map.
Yes, and Northport is there.
There.
Okay, so it does make some sort of sense that it would take her upwards to a week to get there. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, given that she's going to be walking in her human form.
Yeah. And also be very feverish and
yeah.
Generally having a great time. It makes sense that it would take that long. Because
what doesn't quite make sense is her being able to walk that far.
No. Yeah. True.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Good.
But it could work that it takes her that long to get there. However, she manages to get there.
Yeah.
And then after both her and Niam have done the electricity trial, they go from the little city village thing there via boat to Northport.
Yeah.
And that we've said takes a day or two. I don't know if we have that in our.
I mean, we haven't really adjusted the timeline after this area, so.
Sweetie, you're not on the adjusted one.
Well, maybe I don't like the adjusted one. Maybe the adjusted one is stupid.
Because see, here we already compressed that it only takes her 6 days to get to the mountain.
Well, good. Then it's fine. There is no problem.
Okay. But here it also takes them 4 days, 3 days, 4 days to get back via the boat. I mean, it's just a trial, and then they get to that city, and then they take a boat.
Yeah.
Maybe the boat ride is in more than like 2 days. But just thinking of like the speed at which one travels using different modes of different modes of transportation.
I mean, I think what we said was that the boat isn't going straight from here to here.
Mm-hmm. It was a fishing boat or something? No?
I think it was. We said it was a ferry.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it like stops a couple of times along here.
Oh, okay.
Before it gets to Northport.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. Okay, but it can take her 6 days to get there. Somehow she will manage to get there in 6 days.
Yeah.
And then she will fight the electricity with her bare hand.
Yes.
So then there's nothing much more to plot there. If I do a time skip of it.
No.
Mm-hmm. What about Liam? Liam is gonna do his metal trial and get sick. He's still in Fino Valley before then.
Yes. I feel like you are judging me.
No, I'm just judging your spreadsheet.
Ha.
But yes, he will still get sick, and did we shorten that a bit?
Not according to this.
No. Which is fine. I mean, they do have to do the electricity trial at the same time.
Yeah.
And the attack and the TEV sighting has, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Phoebe. Welcome.
Hello, Phoebe. Welcome. We are doing a plotting.
We're doing the plotting greatly.
Yes.
A great plotting.
Yes.
Yes. But yes, I mean, I read him being sick.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't like dragged out of like pages and pages and pages. It was pretty abbreviated.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
So we'll both be abbreviating a bit around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we have left to plot on this side of the separation?
I don't know. We're doing pretty good.
Pretty good, apart from the heat wave.
Yes.
We're in one of those. It's great.
Yes. There is a lot of heat. But yeah.
Not that many waves. No. Thank you.
How are you doing?
Yes.
And I also really like this plotting timeline thingy
Yeah.
that we have. I feel like it's working pretty well.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah.
It's nice to get an overview of things.
Yeah.
And since they have to be at the same place a few times, well, really only electricity trial and onwards now,
Mm.
and a little bit Inferno Valley. It's good to see like where are they? Can we fit this in between? How many days would this take?
Mm.
And see how that doesn't affect the other person, but how it affects the other plot. Like, yeah. Ooh, you've been developing your new fantasy.
Ooh, exciting.
Cool. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah. Hope you can get some inspiration from our developing of our fantasy that we're doing here.
Or from just the timeline. Timeline good.
Story good too.
Yeah. Cool. But yeah.
To get back to the plotting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the thing is here, it makes sense that because he gets a cold,
Mm.
it's just that. But that still means that for him to be healthy enough, he needs a few days.
Yeah.
He has 5 days, and a cold is you're generally feeling okay-ish day 5.
Yeah.
Especially when you've been taken care of by a dragon.
It tends to feel much better then.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that it's interesting to me that they're both of them have been, like, I want to say relatively uninjured, because like they definitely have their scrapes and cuts, but like relatively uninjured, relatively healthy, just a lot of quote unquote a lot of stress and worry,
Mm-hmm.
and then they both get injured and sick at the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are connected.
I was gonna say, is there some sort of divine connection there that you have to, which is great for when you're then co-rulers. I have a cold. Could you do my duties? No, I also have a cold. I also have a cold. Great.
Huh.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Is that why the old ruler who drowned Shardmare didn't want to be a co-ruler anymore? I want to get to be sick and get all the sympathy for it. I don't want anyone else to also get sympathy for being sick at the same time.
So it's like a 12-year-old?
Yes. Could have been a 12-year-old.
Could have been.
Could have been a 12-year-old.
Let's talk about that a little later.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
For now, they do their electricity trial,
Yes.
which we have.
Yeah,
We know what that entails.
I think so.
Yeah. And then, yeah. I guess we've finished plotting the first half.
I guess, because then, like, somewhere we have written that, you know, she does her electricity trial and she collapses. He does his. He finds her,
Yeah.
brings her back. Tev shifts back. Niam is horrified that I've spent time with a dragon. All this,
The dragon?
I've spent time with a shapeshifter all this time. The dragon wasn't a real dragon. Tev is relieved to find Lyd alive. Barely, but still. He coaxes her into her cat form. They get her onto a boat. They bring her back to Norport. For some reason, they go to Nier. Was it Anime going to be involved somehow?
Anna was going to show up later, maybe.
Yeah.
But
Wanted posters.
yeah, there are wanted posters, and Lyd suggests us. They go to the archive because that's where Niam wants to go.
Which
And
is how they find Nier again.
yeah, and Lyd is on board because Nier might be at the archive since she's an archivist.
Yeah.
And
And there are theories.
there are theories, yes. And then Annery has sent a letter saying that please take care of my friend.
But here I have a question.
Uh-huh.
If we go back to the timeline.
Timeline?
Niam meets Annery a while ago from where we're standing right now.
Yeah.
Not Nier, Niam. Why did I pick Nier as a name for her?
I do not know.
Meets Annery on like day 7.
No.
And then goes on his merry way. He does things, gets to the archive a good 20 plus days later, almost 30 days. 20, 25.
25-ish, yeah.
Yeah. At which point he just knows he wants to go to the archive because of an archive, and archives are safe, and I like them, I want to pet them. And then there's a letter from Annery without him having had any contact with her since he left, right? He hasn't talked to her or anything in 20, 25 days.
No.
Why is the letter showing up? Like, does Annery, when they see each other, say anything about go to the Norport archive? Or is that something she realizes once he's already left? That, oh, that would be a good place to go.
No, she does mention that archive
Okay.
because they have the largest uncensored archive of magic myths, I think.
Right. But why does it take 25 days for her letter to arrive? Or something like that. I know it said that, she sends it via messenger and not the postal service and stuff. But it shouldn't take 25 days for a person with a horse. And I don't think they're gonna walk the whole way. I feel there's a bit more that goes into it. It shouldn't take them 25 days to get to Northports because it's not far.
She also doesn't send that letter immediately.
No.
Because when Niam leaves, it's not on the best of terms. They have a
True.
bit of an argument.
True.
I don't think it would take her too long to actually get over that.
No.
But
yeah, I'm just thinking if that's very late for the letter to arrive, if they should get there and there already is a letter.
Yeah, I feel like we talked about that.
Yeah.
And mentioned. I don't quite remember. I feel like we talked about the letter already being there,
Mm-hmm.
but that being too convenient, so we moved it
Mm-hmm.
or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mhm.
I feel like yeah.
I mean, I do like the fact that Anri gets to play a bigger role than just a person he meets. Well, I know they have like a history,
Yeah.
but more on page than just, they meet once, they have a fight, he leaves.
Yeah.
But I wonder if, I don't know, I mean, do we want the hey, look at the lost shard to come from Anri? Or do we want it to just be a hey, look at my friend?
I mean, the Lost Shard, Anri talks about that when they meet.
Okay.
She mentions that.
So that could be something that he remembers, and or once he sees the letter from her to the archive to take care of him, he could be like, oh, she told me to look up the shard.
Yeah.
If we want it to be more him. Lyd is out of commission at this point. She can't do much.
I'm looking for Niam and Anri and their what she says about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He goes there and says he's curious about magic, and Anri mentions the story of El Rey and the Lost Shard,
Mm-hmm.
which is an old legend.
Mm.
And they talk about that and
Sing a little song.
yeah.
Mm.
That's an important part of this quest is
Definitely.
the singing.
Yeah.
I don't know. She mentions the Lost Shard and that like legend.
Mm.
And I think what we meant I don't know, did she actually say that to the archivists, the look into the Lost Shard? Was that in her letter to the archive and not so much to Niam?
Maybe. But what did she think the archivists could do if he didn't show up and they looked into the lost shard and they found something out?
They would know things.
Mm-hmm.
What would she want them to do?
I mean, I assume Annery thinks of this legend that she talked to Neum about, and she knows it's more than just legend, or she assumes it's more than just legend, and she wants that information found. And if she tells the archivists to look into it, what's gonna happen with that? If Neum doesn't show up, if Neum dies on the way, yes, the archivists might find out that, oh yeah, look, Sharpmare was real, and here's information and proof and, stuff. But how will that information get out? Or will they just write back to Annery and go, yeah, cool, you were right. We know this, you know this. We're still doomed.
I mean, Annery doesn't, from Annery's perspective, she just wants to know.
She wants to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's curious about this. That's her whole thing, that she likes to learn things.
Okay.
She doesn't know that Neum is an heir. He doesn't say that.
Oh, right.
So
it's Lyd who keeps exposing herself.
Herself. All of herself.
A cat self, a bird self.
Yeah. So Annery could just be asking for her own curiosity's sake.
Okay, fair.
And potentially also, I don't know what's going on with Neum, but he asked about this, and this might be useful to him if he does show up.
Yeah. Have the books ready.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Asks the archive to do this for her own curiosity, but also because to Neum, even though she doesn't know what's going on with him.
Right, because it could also be, yes, she did tell him about the Northport archive. They didn't end on a good note, but presumably he will still take her advice. He still values what she said.
Yeah.
They just clashed. So it could also be, I'm curious to find this out. If he gets there, it's good if he finds out. If he just comes back to me, I can tell him.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm right. There have been riots and mass imprisonments and
yes.
fun things.
But also, did we say that the letter should have already arrived?
Yes. I wanted to already have arrived.
Yeah.
But they might not find out about that day one.
No.
Oh, hi, I'm Nia. Oh, Lyd is back. She's really injured. You're Neum. Here's a letter.
Yeah.
It was a huge letter, by the way.
Before they show up. A letter from Annery has arrived at the archive. Yeah.
And they find out. Do we want to put on the timeline when they find out about this? When they get to the archive, like those things? Because it's just get to Northport.
I mean, I think they go straight to the archive.
Yes, that's fair. But when do you want to put in there when they find out about the letter? Or will you just write that in where you want it and then we'll add it to the timeline?
I don't know. Do we need to know? Because there's the blue book, which I think is valid.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we need to know exactly when that happens.
I mean, I feel like the next part coming up now, which is Lyd standing up to oppressors, we need to know when that happens. Because she needs to have recovered enough to be able to make a stand, sort of.
Yeah.
And before, like, the letter should be the before after that, and we don't have that many days between them getting to Northport and doing the water trial. It's
like a week.
It's like a week, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, like, a lot of things need to have to happen, and a lot of things, like, she needs to get better. They need to find out about the letter. They need to look for clues in the archive, especially if we're still gonna do the beak thing.
Mm-hmm.
Tev and Lyd have to, talk through everything they've been through. Niamh has to cope or come to terms with the fact that Tev is not a dragon for real. Like, there are a lot of things that should happen here, because after the water trial, they don't have a lot of time before they're separated.
Yeah. But some of that also happens here.
True.
They have a bit of time there, and Lyd has a bit of time to regain her strength. They have time to talk, and
I mean, a thing I will say,
yeah,
after the electricity trial, they do cut her arm off. That happens there.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that is enough, or if she also needs medication. And medication she can get from Nier.
Or Niamh.
Carry something.
Yeah, because he was going to carry some herb to make her sleep and stuff.
All right, yeah.
So he might have what they need.
Fair enough. I'm just thinking, like, there needs to, since we have to fit some things in between getting to the archive and the water trial, because the water trial isn't in the harbour of Northport either.
Yeah.
It would be good to know when a few of the things happen.
Yeah. I'm also wondering, though, if this is...
Too complicated?
No, but if we should be plotting this now, because you said earlier before we started the stream that you felt like we were plotting very far ahead compared to where we currently are in the rewrite.
Which is nowhere, because I haven't started. No, I did start. I wrote like 32 words.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
And so maybe we should actually wait with the rest of that plotting a little bit.
Sure. Does that mean we're capping the stream at 32 minutes?
I don't know. First of all, we should share our plan for the future.
We should share our plan.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Wishes.
yes. Like you said, we haven't been working a whole lot on this.
We've been working a whole lot, but not on this.
Yes. I've gotten
that far?
No, I'm just looking at, we had moved things. He's not going to temple.
No, he's doing the ground trial. Yeah, I think when
Anyway, I've gotten around here-ish in the rewrite.
I'm on day one.
There. So we haven't been working a lot. Hello, Moon.
Hello.
Welcome.
It's okay, you're late.
Yes.
We almost were too.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are currently talking about our plan for the future with this story.
Yeah. Oh yay! I hope it goes well.
Yes.
And no bad reactions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, we've barely been writing. Especially I have barely been writing. I was talking in my update video about whether or not to take a break from this, to put this project on pause, which could be a bad idea, could be a good idea. Did I say good twice?
No.
No, good.
Now you did.
But we've decided now that we are going to have a little writing retreat in about a week and a half when we are away for a few days, and take 2-3 days and primarily focusing those days on writing on this project with the hopes that we will get excited again, get back into it, get motivated, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And hopefully it won't just be those 2 or 3 days. It will actually be getting back into it over those 2 or 3 days and then keeping up with some sort of consistency
Yes.
as the future happens.
With the caveat
Yeah.
that when we made this plan, there are certain things going on right now in our life.
Yes.
They're good things.
Very
good things.
But very time consuming and very
complicated,
kind of stressful.
Yeah.
We'll tell you about it later when more things are finalized.
Yeah.
But it will eat up a lot of time.
Yeah.
And while we're away on this little writing retreat, there's not much else we can do because we're
gonna be out in the forest.
Out in the forest, in the wilderness for 2 days.
Yeah.
But moving on from that, there will be things from this happy but complicated news happening that we need to factor in as well.
Yeah.
But the hope is that the writing retreat will get us back into it and hopefully keep more consistency up than we have in the last 8 months or so. Not quite 8 months, but yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll just take it from there. But I hope that I will get reinvested into this to a point of not wanting to press pause.
Mm-hmm.
And even if I do, I'm not saying that I'll never want to do it in the future. But hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's both.
It's both.
It's in the forest by the sea.
Yeah.
There's not much beach. There's a little bit of beach.
Depends on what you like. People have very, very different opinions.
Okay, if you want a beach to have sand, then there's no beach.
But you can walk into the water.
Yes. So like the water is like 20 meters away.
Yeah.
Something like that. But the forest goes almost all the way down to the sea.
Yeah.
So it's both.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's happening. Hopefully the writing retreat will be good.
Yes.
Hopefully the other things won't be as time consuming and complicated every day of the future.
Uh-huh.
They won't.
No.
It's been a lot the past couple of weeks and it's more. In the forest by the sea.
Yeah.
Mm?
That's a good title.
It's a good title. Yeah.
Might be the title of my blog.
Oh. In the forest by the sea, there was a little writing log.
Yes. Yeah. So we're going to be doing that. We're hopefully going to get back into the writing.
Moon, I will vlog it. Sorry, comments. Yeah.
And then we will see.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're going to keep writing and get further and be able to do things during these update streams.
Yeah.
And if it turns out that we don't, we might take a break, both from the writing and from the streams.
Yeah.
For like a few months maybe, until we feel like we can get back into it.
Yes. But at the very least, there will be an update stream or this check-in update, whatever we call them anymore, at the end of July, the last Saturday of July, which is the 30th. So we'll talk about this, talk about how the writing experiment went and hopefully have, for us at least, have a bit more of a plan for the future, not just for this project, but the other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting I can remove this when we're not actually talking about it.
We're large now.
Yes. Hoog.
Mm-hmm.
Even hooger. Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's the plan for the future.
Yes. And it will be good.
Yes.
And like I said in my update video too, that whenever I do talk about this project, like when I sit down and make my notes or look at what we've written from the stream beforehand to make my video, I'm like, oh, this sounds fun. I just don't do anything with it.
Oh.
And hopefully this writing retreat thing will help. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we concluded before you showed up, Moon, that
We've already done.
we don't know what else we're doing this stream because we have already plotted up until here, like replotted the first half up until where Lid reveals her identity.
Yeah.
And then we don't really think much is going to change
No.
here.
I mean, we did, when we started replotting, we did make some changes here.
Yeah.
And then we started replotting from the beginning.
Yeah.
And we're at the point where those two things merge now, and I don't think so, but we also said that before. And it took us a year to realize that, Lid could just fly. So we don't know what will happen.
Well, after this,
She
she can't fly anymore.
No, so that's helpful.
Yeah.
To the plotting.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we sort of started a little bit talking again about what happens after they get to Norport, get back to Norport after the electricity trial. But then we concluded that is quite far ahead from where we currently are in our rewriting.
Yeah.
So we don't really want to do that plotting right now. So, yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will remove that again. I agree that Violet should write a book with that title, with Reverse Mermaids.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Is there any
questions?
Comments? Anything that you guys want to know about what we're doing, or what the story is doing, or what's going on in the world? I would prefer not to talk about a lot of what's going on in the world. A little bit.
That one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But apart from that. Phoebe has no questions. No questions.
No questions. Okay. Usually pretty centered on your face. Mine, like when I laugh, my nostrils flare. Also, the tip of my nose moves when I talk. That's mostly mine.
Yeah.
You have a very nice one.
Thank you.
I like yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have specific plans for the writing retreat?
Not really. We're going to your parents' summer house for a few more days in this retreat.
Yeah.
And we'll be alone there for a couple of days. And we're gonna do this then. I don't even think we've decided if it's 2 or 3 days yet.
No, I think we said 3 a while ago.
Yeah.
Because now we're gonna be alone
for 3 whole days.
For 3 whole days and 2 half days.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah. But it's also almost the entire time. I mean, since 3 days is the entire time we have alone there, like full days.
Mm-hmm.
If we also want to do other excursions while we're there.
I mean, it also depends. Maybe we don't have to have full writing days.
No.
We could
be very focused for 2 hours.
Yeah, or like we could do like the morning the first day, and then midday the second day, and then the evening the third day, and then see
when we do our best work.
Yeah.
Mm. Which of these days is going to fall on the day where I've ordered a thunderstorm?
One of them.
Okay.
I mean, one of those days is going to be a Thursday, so we're going to be streaming.
Can we stream from there? Is the internet reliable enough?
I mean, there's internet and it's somewhat reliable. My dad's been working from there.
Yeah. But that's not the same as 2 people.
It's not the same as streaming.
We'll try.
Yeah, my intention is that we're gonna try to stream from there, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't. But yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we have any spring structure plans or little challenges.
No.
We could do the thing that doesn't really the thing I suggested that you and Marcus both do to finish camp, was it?
Yeah.
which is already a bunch of months away. Wow.
Well, this is going to be the first week of camp, July.
True. But either way, the thing I suggested of like the last 3 digits, write more than that, and then write down, and then
Yeah.
that is a little bit difficult if we're 2 people working, maybe. Well, not
Maybe.
really, because we're not writing on the same document. We don't need to check in as such.
No.
Maybe something like that. I don't know. We haven't talked about it.
Maybe find a crawl.
I'd like to find a crawl.
Might do some crawling.
In the forest by the water.
Yes.
Yes. If you don't have the bandwidth or whatever for both stream, you could just do one and squish together.
Yes.
That works too.
We are capable of squishing together.
Yeah. But yeah, if you have any suggestions for any like challenges that we could combine with this, we might say yes, depending on what they are and how complicated and how time consuming and how much time we choose to dedicate to the writing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping to dedicate like a few hours at least each of those days.
Yeah.
It's not going to be, sit and write all day, partially because there is no comfortable place to sit for many, many hours in their house.
And partially, we haven't been back for over 3 years.
Yeah, we do want to see a little bit of the country.
Yeah, and just enjoy the cabin as well.
Yeah. But maybe find ourselves a crawl and see if we can finish that over the course of 3 days.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what
That's
we'll
the
do.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I seem to remember the Hamilton one being pretty good.
Yeah.
But I also have a link to it in my bookmarks.
Cool.
But yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Is that it?
Huh?
Is that it? Are we done with the stream?
Yeah, I mean,
If we don't want to keep floating further into the future and we don't know anything we want to change.
no, and we don't have any like world building that we feel like we need to deepen.
No. At this point in time, no.
No. So,
Possibly shortest dual rule stream we've ever done.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Oh, we do have other things to do.
Yes.
Also, it's very, very warm.
Yes. But yeah. Yes. Same to you.
Same to you guys. Yeah.
Have a good weekend. Have a good non-vacation or vacation, depending on what you are doing.
Yeah.
And we'll see you on Thursday.
Yes. On your channel this time around? Because we were online this past one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I feel like days are weird because I've had vacation for like a week. And I'm like, what is it? Thursday today? We're not streaming at 7. It's a 2:45. How is what? So yeah, I'm fine.
Yes, you are.
Having vacation. It's great.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, I guess that's it then.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yes.
Be safe.
Thank you for being here.
Thank
Short
you.
as it was.
Yes, helping us out.
Yes.
Hope to see you on Thursday or onwards.
Yes.
Stay safe.
Yes. Be good.
Bye.
Bye-bye.